Oh, I just realized. Guess who's not here tonight? So again, here we are, guys. I'm ZacJacDan, and this is my son, Zack Legend, coming at you with another live stream. We are on live stream number 15. Can't believe we've gone 15 weeks with this thing. And I feel like it's gone pretty well. You guys in the chat, let us know how y'all feel about that, and if there's anything you think should be changed up. Besides adding a third member who has backed down on us again this week. What do you think about that, Zach?
Yeah, a bit disappointing there, huh?
Yeah. But he's a good friend, so we'll forgive him for it. But we are at live stream. Miles said he didn't know. That's my son. Yeah, that's my son. We are live stream number 15, and we are going to be discussing Marvel Legends again. Last week was Marvel Legends, and it turned out to be probably our third best stream so far. Interesting enough, Zach, it actually got a lot of the views afterwards. You know, we had probably 350, I think, total on here with us, but ended up hitting right about 900 so far. So that's our third best stream, so not too bad. And ManCave is stuck in a cave somewhere, definitely. Y'all can make fun of him all y'all want to in this chat. Please keep on doing that. Especially make fun of his beard. And I don't know if y'all saw his most recent video, but he had a hilarious scene. Did you watch it, Zach?
Which part?
So he's sitting there trying to play with his Hi-Ya Toys RoboCop.
Oh, yeah.
And he's trying to figure out his battery. So go check that video out if you hadn't on ManCave's channel. And holy cow. He definitely had some comic relief in that video. So
yeah.
So guys, what is going on? We got the Miles in here. Santiago is in here. Edward Beatty, Damien. We have Gilgamesh, Hero 702, Adam Shaggy Craig, Jerry Sabrone, Laka. Guys, I appreciate y'all joining us, and hopefully y'all will enjoy tonight's topic of discussion because we have, like I said, Marvel Legends again, and it's crazy, Zach, that they're sending these things out to the fans to reveal.
Yeah, it's definitely interesting, and I think it's pretty cool they're doing that for sure.
So how do you think we're going to get a whole like 7 reveals, you know, like 7 figures and the Build-A-Figure maybe revealed by some people?
That's what it's looking like.
So we had 3 so far, 3 days in a row, 3 reveals, and we'll talk about that a little bit more later. So who's next and who's going to do it? We'll talk about that hopefully too. I'm a little disappointed with the fact that, you know, if they're going to throw us another Hellfire member, that he just wasn't in the box set. Because, you know, that was a fairly small SDCC box set with just 4 figures, especially since they were the same bodies.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe they felt like throwing 3 of the same body in the same pack was a little much.
Maybe.
Right.
Yep. So I'm excited, though, that we're getting a secret X-Men wave. I mean, we saw the Wolverine kind of teased a while back, the shirtless Wolverine.
Mm-hmm.
And a smaller YouTuber, I was actually able to do that reveal. He's only got about 2.5K maybe subscribers, so good for him. Yeah, those Jerry, those Hi-Ya toys are pretty small. They're only, what do we say, 5-inch scale, we think?
I think it's, I don't know, but it's like a 1/18 scale or something.
Yeah.
So yeah, they're definitely on the smaller side.
So, guys, ignore the fact that we got ManCave Collectible Reviews right here because he did back out on us on the last minute. And you guys know how that is. We had family issues that do come up. So he will be missing tonight's stream. He may jump in later. He may not. We will miss him, though. So let's start off while we're waiting on some guys to jump in here and just kind of look at some of the reveals this week. Because we did have a big, what are we going to call it? Fan First Thursday, right?
Right.
Showing off a bunch of legends, and then, like I said, just the next day we just started seeing all kinds of other legends revealing for the X-Men. So that's pretty awesome. Good, guys, go again and see if you haven't seen it. my top 10 best toy reveals of the week. It happens every week before our stream. So if you haven't seen that video, go check that out because it has more than what I'm about to show off here. And that's blurry. Hang on a second. It'll clear up here in a second. There it goes. All right, so we got all kinds of McFarlane stuff, and I think you did a video on most of this, didn't you, Zach?
Yeah, I touched on all of that.
And then also we got, like I said, the Marvel Legends stuff. So we'll talk about some of this as we go. So here is another blurry image. There it goes. This is the Ultimate Nightmare Demon box art. So that's pretty cool that NECA's showing off what that box art's going to look like for the American Werewolf in London. Not bad artwork there.
Yeah, I definitely like that.
And it'll be interesting to see what the window box looks like and everything for this. Plus, whenever we actually get the werewolf itself with that too.
For sure.
Tyler, I agree. Wolverine's new head, the beat up head, looks really good.
That's probably the best unmasked Wolverine head that we've seen.
I agree.
Actually, both of them are great. They're giving us with that Wolverine.
I agree totally. But, you know, it's mixed with I think the guy that showed off was showing that it was mixed with the Weapon X and the regular brown Wolverine bodies, right?
I'm not entirely sure, but that would make sense, yeah.
So Playmate showed off some of the turtles. So we got your Leonardo and Rocksteady here. And it looks like they got some really good articulation. I think these are actually 6-inch scale, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah, well, we've seen this before, right?
I think that they had released these before individually, but this is them in 2 packs.
Right.
Then you got your Michelangelo and Bebop. So they still got to show off Shredder with, I think, Donnie and a Triceraton with Raphael.
Yeah.
And also along that line, they're going to talk about doing the Cobra Kai 2 packs as well. So that'll be interesting.
Yeah, I mean, these are okay, but I don't think they're necessarily great for adult collectors. I don't know. Just
now that we got the NECA and the it's different.
You know, it is what it is. They're not horrible, but they're definitely not to the same quality we're used to.
Mm-hmm. I don't know that they have shown any kind of release dates, Damien, on that American werewolf stuff. Also, they're re-releasing the Playmates Mutant Attack Vans. That's pretty cool if you're into that scale turtles. Yeah. Because they've definitely done a lot of re-releases of the turtles lately with Playmates. So, Gilgamesh, I love the NECAs as well. It's just so hard to get them. And I say that while I'm sitting here with only one wave of the Super 7 turtles. Zach, I don't know what you feel about this, but I kind of wish that Super 7 hadn't gone 7-inch scale with the stuff. I wish it would have stuck with the 6-inch scale.
I don't mind it as much. I've never really had an issue with 7-inch, but
definitely so much more room on your shelf than what you would with 6-inch too.
But I feel like they can put a little bit more detail into them too.
Gilgamesh, the only problem I see with NECA, the biggest problem is their paint on their joints, man. That just keeps on chipping anytime you move them around.
Yeah. Yeah, they're definitely more fragile. You got to be careful with them. But I feel like they've been getting better at that.
I hope so. I hope they're listening.
At least making the joints not so tight.
All right, so here's some of your McFarlane. This is the Malefique Spawn 7-inch from Mortal Kombat. So very interesting design. Got a lot of silver in him there.
I think it's a new sculpt, right?
That's what I've heard.
Yeah. So that's definitely cool to see.
And then we got our DC and other Spawn, I guess Spawn Universe stuff here. Yeah, I'll let you kind of talk over some of this real quick.
Oh yeah. So we got this is I guess the newest wave for the DC stuff. And you know, there's a range of I guess figures in that. But so first of all, that's where we're going to be getting the Shriek figure.
Right, the one with the mask off.
Unmasked, I guess. The Wonder Woman is Todd's own design, so I don't know exactly how I feel about that. It's definitely a different iteration of Wonder Woman.
Completely.
Yeah. King Shazam. It's okay. I mean, I don't really know anything about it, so I can't say too much about it.
It's just hard to get something that's that crazy without having the regular version of Shazam first.
That's what I feel like, because we haven't even got a normal Wonder Woman yet either, have we?
No.
So I don't know. We got the Armored Batman. It looks pretty cool. I'm happy with that overall. And then the Etrigan looks probably the coolest.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
Still not a classic Etrigan, though.
No, it's more modern, I think, but it's at least a different character that's not just a Batman, again. So that's I'll definitely take that.
Hey, Jerry, that Etrigan from the DC Universe Classics was so good. Man, I hate you missed that. That was a really good figure. And Damien, we have not seen any of the Foot Soldiers anywhere. I haven't seen the Ultimate Foot Soldier out yet.
No, the only people that's actually got that yet, I think they've ordered it from China for like a good bit more. I've seen Toy Bro do a review of that and Mondo Gecko, I think.
And Tyler, the price on those turtles we don't know yet for those 2 packs.
And then we have the Spawn stuff as well, which is probably what I'm the most excited about. So those are really exciting. What is it? The Redeemer, Raven Spawn, Clown, and Violator. You can see right there in that image.
Yeah.
So those are looking really cool. Very happy with that. It's cool to get some different Spawn figures, and McFarlane sculpt is incredible. So I can never say anything bad about that.
It'll be interesting to see how well he does, because he's never really, besides the Mortal Kombat Spawn, he's never really done any kind of these spawns with any kind of articulation very well. So
yeah, I mean, I feel like if anything, that's where McFarlane Toy struggles, is probably with their articulation a bit more.
Mm-hmm.
It's good, but it's not fantastic either.
Yeah. Hey, what's up, action figure expert? I do like the fact that with the Clown, they did give that extra hardware with him there.
Right, but he's deluxe.
Yeah.
So he's what, $40?
$40 for him, $50 for Violator.
Yeah, and then the others are
$24.99.
Yeah, I think so.
So it'd be interesting. You said the Gunslinger, since he's not showing up here, we think he's going to be an exclusive somewhere.
He might be, yeah. Gunslinger may be an exclusive, because I don't think he was listed. I'm trying to think, he wasn't listed on GameStop whenever people have seen listings for that, and I think what the Diamond
catalog.
Yeah, it wasn't listed on there either. So we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, that'd be nice to get all these Spawn enemies, Damien. I agree with that.
Mm-hmm. No, and then they can.
Yes, we had definitely pre-ordered the Wave 2 AOA. That is such a good wave. We'll talk about that here in a minute too. So excited about that compared to that Wave 1. Jurassic World Amber Collection got us 2 more humans. So you got your John Hammond here with his cane with the amber on the top there, the mosquito stuck in it, 2 different head sculpts.
I think it looks pretty good.
It's not a bad likeness. That's not bad at all.
No, I think that's probably one of their best ones they've done.
Yeah. And then you got here he is again, a little bit better images than what I had in my original video. And then you have the Dr. Ellie Sattler.
Yeah. It's not bad.
You can tell it's her because of that costume, but the face is great.
No, it's not definitely not representing her at all, but you can still tell who it is.
Maurice, man, if they get 2 more AOA waves, holy cow, they're going to really be going thin with it.
I really don't think we're going to get anything else, to be honest with you, unless we get some type of deluxe figure or something. Right. I don't picture much of anything else, even though I would like it. But
all right, and then you get your Dimorphodon 2-packs. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Not a bad looking figure. Kind of looks fake. Doesn't look like a real dinosaur. Big old head.
Yeah. I mean, it's like a T-Rex pterodactyl, right?
Yeah. All right, so AEW has expanded their stuff. Hope you guys are enjoying some of this AEW wrestling figures. They start off with the Unrivaled, and now they're spinning off into another wave called Unmatched. So Series 1 of Unmatched are showing off the, what do you want to call it, CGI images or whatever, the computer-generated images of what's going to be in the wave. You got your Britt Baker, Miro, which is former Rusev, Darby Allin, Kenny Omega, Dustin Rhodes, and then you're doing an LJN version, no articulation, for Cody Rhodes. So that's interesting that they're throwing that in that wave. But really cool because they're actually the exact same style figures. There's no difference in like the articulation or anything compared to the Unrivaled. The only reason they made a whole new brand was so that they could get more shelf space in the retail. So that's pretty interesting.
That is very interesting.
So Miro has never had one, and neither has Britt Baker, but these other ones have had figures already in the Unrivaled. Series 2, you got Sting for the first time. Got MJF again. I think that's his third one. Ty Conti for the first time. Santana and Ortiz for the second time. And then first time we've seen Wardlow. And then your third wave is focusing on the Dark Order. And rest in peace to Brody Lee here. He passed away. So they're actually finally going to give him an action figure as well. So that's definitely well-deserved. Stu Grayson, John Silver, Anna Jay, Evil Uno, and then another one of those LJNs of Darby Allin. So no articulation at all, just a big old piece of rubber. So, Damien, I was thinking that myself. I was wondering if the Happy Hogan, because his body is going to be so big, would be perfect for a Hammerhead. But I feel like that Hammerhead head is just too tiny. That came with Chameleon.
Yeah, it's definitely on the smaller side.
Vincent, I was thinking the same thing. I'm thinking that they're probably going to do a deluxe Holocaust or Nemesis, whatever you call him.
Yeah,
because of the fact that we got the deluxe Apocalypse last time.
Right. But
I would have thought that would have been the Build-A-Figure, Zach, instead, and put the Colossus out there as the deluxe because it would sell better, I would think.
Again, I'm thinking Holocaust would sell better as a deluxe.
What do you guys think? Would it be Holocaust or Colossus that would be better? So here's the packaging for that new Unmatched stuff, and there's that Brody Lee figure and what it'll look like. Of course, it's not the real figure, but it's kind of just showing a representation of what it would look like. So it's really cool that they're definitely giving him some love because he needs it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it actually shows that he's Series 1, so that's wrong.
That's interesting.
I messed that up. He's actually supposed to be Series 3.
Yeah.
Man, I would love an all Hulk wave. We need to definitely get a new Hulk wave, Miles.
We really do. And I wouldn't mind if they went, more expensive with that. As long as they don't up the price on everything else. But,
yep.
The last time we got an all Hulk wave was, I guess, with the Fintang Foom wave, and then prices went up from there.
Yep.
So.
Yeah, that was a deluxe wave, supposedly just because it was oversized figures, which it wasn't.
Yeah.
All right, then we jump into Unrivaled, and they got a Series 7 peak of first time for Lance Archer, Nyla Rose, third time for Matt and Nick Jackson, the Young Bucks, and then first time for Dax Harwood and Cash Wheeler. And then Series 8 of that Unrivaled, you're getting Chris Jericho again. I think this is maybe his fifth figure. Chuck Taylor and Trent, which are the best friends. John Moxley again, it's probably his fifth figure. Chris Statlander for the first time in the waves, and then Orange Cassidy for the second time. So pretty cool. They're actually getting some figures out there. Hopefully we'll actually start seeing them on shelves. And then they're doing another ring. I think this is their fourth ring that they've done. So that is crazy that they can do 4 rings this quick.
Yeah.
And they're going to start hitting us up with some Amazon exclusives and some 2-packs supposedly. So this Chris Jericho is an Amazon exclusive with that pink jacket. First time we've gotten a referee in AEW. It's the female referee, Aubrey Edwards. So good for her.
That's pretty cool.
All right, then we got Mondo. Check out the size. I mean, you're sitting on talking about 7-inch scale. Look at this thing.
Yeah, how big is this?
I mean, they're what? A foot? Let's see. I don't even know the scale of Mondo, but it's at least a 1.5 feet maybe.
Yeah. That's pretty crazy.
But, man, these things look so good. I love Mondo.
Mm-hmm.
And, of course, I love Motu, so Hordak is definitely awesome looking.
Right.
And they got a limited edition version that's got these extra attachments that you can get. I'm not sure where you can get that and why it's a limited edition. I never could find that out. I think Spider-Hulk as a Build-A-Figure could be cool, Cosmic.
Yeah,
He definitely needs more love again because that was a very rare figure in the first place in that Spider-Man Classics waves.
I wouldn't mind getting an entire Spider-Verse wave, to be honest with you.
Say that again?
So I wouldn't mind getting a whole Spider-Verse wave, to be honest.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
But yeah, Spider-Hulk would be pretty cool.
Damien, I don't know how far they'll go with this stuff, man. I don't know if they'll go as far as, like a Whiplash or any of those other smaller characters in Mo2. It's just, these are so expensive and just so much room. I think they'll just stick with the big guns, the big names. I don't know that a Phoenix 5-Wave would do very good. I mean, I love the storyline, but I don't think it was anywhere near as big as Age of Apocalypse.
Maybe they could do a box set or something. I don't know.
Yeah, just a box set or something instead of a wave.
Yeah.
So, like, if you want to get it, and if not.
Mm-hmm.
There he's in package. There's the regular release without the extra accessories.
Right.
And then 3-0 throws out a dang Hulkbuster armor. This thing looks amazing. So it's 12 inches tall.
Wow.
3-0 does some nice stuff.
Yeah.
And SH Figure Arts did a movie Harley Quinn. So that's the first time I've seen any for the Suicide Squad 2 of Harley Quinn, I think.
That looks pretty decent.
Yeah, it looks really good. Her face sculpt looks good.
Yeah.
I like the outfit too. Live fast, die clown. Edward. Oh, gosh. Then you got your Hot Toys Bodega Cat suit Miles Morales Spider-Man. And what I like about this one is, he does have the soft goods hoodie there. But check out his skates.
That's very interesting.
That's cool.
Yeah. Wow.
So I don't know. I guess this is based on video games. So I'm not sure if this is part of the video game where he has the skates or not. If you guys know in the chat, let me know.
I'm sure it probably would be.
Edward, you're a widower. Yeah, I remember, bud. Sorry about that. And I understand, man. Action Figure Expert, I'm assuming you're talking about box set versus buying them individually. I'm not sure 100% what you're saying there.
Yeah. No, I get that. I mean, but at the same time, it's a lot easier to get it all at once, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, spending $100 at once to get all that. But at the same time,
like, for example, we'll see a tease here for Excalibur. We're going to be doing that with them for whatever it is going to come out as.
I mean, I don't mind it. I mean, think about it. Either way, you're spending, $120 on a wave. So what's really the difference,
Yeah, no Build-A-Figure.
Yeah, but I don't know.
Miles, they'll definitely probably do a Venom 2 wave. Is that coming out this year?
I can't remember. I would think.
I think it is, but I don't know that they're prepared for a wave though already. I don't know. They hadn't showed anything off, teased anything at all.
Yeah.
So probably my least excited of the AOA wave.
You think so?
I'm definitely glad we're getting Legion.
Mm-hmm.
It's definitely been on my list of something I wanted to see, but I know this costume is from the comics, but
yeah, I don't know if this would be my preferred iteration. Even though I know he's pretty basic overall, in most of his appearances, but I think they could have given him a more expressive head sculpt.
Mm-hmm.
Even though
even multiple head sculpts.
Yeah, multiple head sculpts would be nice too. But I do like the wash on it, on the figure. That looks good.
Yeah, I definitely like that wash. That wash looks really good on the blue.
Yeah.
And definitely needed that because that blue would have been so plain.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so at least they gave us that.
And then we got our Magneto, which is, wow, that looks amazing. That's perfect. The perfect iteration I wanted of that AOA Magneto. And then to get him with the helmet off too, that's good. Yeah,
definitely. And he comes with the most accessories, as he doesn't come with a Build-A-Figure piece.
True. That is true.
And he's cheaper case. But yeah, he looks good. Very happy with it. Obviously reuses the other Magneto bodies.
From the Family Matters pack.
Yeah.
Just throwing the shoulder blades on there. And I guess he got extra gauntlets on his wrist there.
Maybe. That he might have that. I don't know if the cape's new or not. I'm assuming the cape's new. I'm not entirely sure. Mm-hmm. And then obviously the effects are reused, I think. I don't know.
Yeah, if they'd have gave Legion some kind of vest or something else, I'd have been happier. Maurice, I agree. I would love to see Storm and Quicksilver. And there's a bunch of others I think I'd like to see as well. I think I did a most wanted list in my AOA video. If y'all didn't see that yet, the every AOA, there's a most wanted list at the very end. It kind of shows some options that they could do if they want to do another wave. So there's definitely options. Like if you're going to have Cyclops, guess what? You got to have Havoc.
Yeah, I mean Havoc, Storm, Quicksilver, Nightcrawler. I don't know. There's good options still.
Still got your Gambit, your Bishop.
The Bishop, yeah. Angel. But they're not as big names, you know. With the AOA,
they're not for AOA. Banshee's another one too. Yeah,
yeah. They went all out with this wave, I feel like, and it sort of makes it tough for them to actually do another wave. I feel like, in my opinion.
Yeah, these are digital renderings, so there definitely has some room for improvement if they want to. You got your Rogue figure.
Usually with the digital rendering stuff that we've seen, I feel like they've actually digressed, you know, with the quality, how the figures look from what we've seen. I mean, like with the Dormammu, like for example, we had the more accurate like yellow colors, and then we ended up with like the red and orange
red face.
Yeah. So I don't know. Some of that is it's not always going to be exactly the same. So some things definitely can change.
Yep, kind of sad, but maybe it'll be good improvements. We'll see.
Mm-hmm.
We got our Cyclops, and I love the beat up shoulder pad there, and his gauntlets there as well, and the man, that face sculpt with hair looked perfect.
Oh yeah, I'm just not happy with the body choice. I do not like the Bucky Cat body that much anymore.
That's true.
So, especially, I mean, it's the small feet. That's the main thing that gets me is the small feet, because it's so hard to stand Cyclops figures up with that.
Jerry, no, you don't have to have a Build-A-Figure piece for the Magneto, or it does not have a Build-A-Figure piece, I should say.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Doc, just remember that Rogue, even though it looks cartoonish, that is a digital rendering, so it'll look better. And, of course, it is going to be cartoonish because it's from a comic book, right? This is probably one of my favorites right here. I love this Iceman figure.
Oh, yeah. For sure. Very, very happy with this. I mean, I don't really know what's reused here. I know that you have the Carnage hands and looks like the Human Torch hands. But I feel like there's probably some new parts on the body, but it could just be like new pieces that glue down like onto the shoulders or.
Right here, he's got some pieces coming up out of his leg and his ankles.
Yeah, so I don't know. That's probably new.
And then we got our Kitty Pryde or Shadow Cat with the nice claws out there like she's Wolverine's protege.
Mm-hmm. This is definitely one of my favorites.
So we'll definitely it looks like we're going to be getting 2 kitties this year, so that'll be interesting. Yeah. We're getting it with the Excalibur box set too, looks like.
Yeah, looks like it.
And then she gets, of course, the big old torso for Colossus.
Mm-hmm.
If you guys didn't know, Colossus is the Build-A-Figure for this wave. Then we got our Sabretooth with that 2 different head sculpts. Does have a ponytail. Got the nice hair on the arms they're painted on.
Man.
Big old collar like most of these AOAs have.
Yeah.
Which head sculpt do you guys like best? The white eyes or the dark eyes? What do you think, Zach?
That's a hard choice because it depends. Like I feel like I like the darker eyes better, but I like the expression with the wide eyes better. You know?
Yeah.
So it's just
I can see that.
It depends on like what type of display I want to have them in. If I just want them sort of standing there, I want them more expressive, you know?
Yeah, Sabretooth is all I will be picking up from this wave. Dang, Laka.
Not a big AOA fan or something?
That's understandable. If you don't remember the comics, then I could see that. But this wave is so much better than the first wave.
Yeah. Wait, Sabretooth, wasn't he in the Exiles or something?
He was also in the Exiles, yeah. So he was in the Exiles with Blink and Morph. So that was kind of big to have those 3 for the Exiles.
Mm-hmm.
All right, what do we got left? Oh, yeah, the Build-A-Figure. So Colossus looking awesome. This is the biggest Colossus they've ever done. And matter of fact, the Sabretooth
is the biggest.
Was built on a previous Colossus mold. So that's the biggest Sabretooth we've gotten as well.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm excited about this. You said somebody in your chat or somewhere was mentioning that they were disappointed that Colossus was the Build-A-Figure?
I don't know about that.
Okay.
But, yeah, I mean, I like it. I'm happy with it. I don't know how I feel about the super bright colors, but I guess that's accurate.
So Gilgamesh, I can agree with you that I loved the Sugar Man Build-A-Figure for Wave 1.
Mm-hmm.
I will give you that. That is an awesome Build-A-Figure. But I couldn't have seen us getting this Colossus as anything but, like I said, either a deluxe or a Build-A-Figure.
Mm-hmm.
So it made sense for this to be it. But you just got so many of the heavy hitter names in this wave versus last time we had X-Man, Gene, and Morph. I know those are big, and you had a Sunfire for a second time, which was an exclusive back in the day. So especially for them to re-release a Sunfire that I didn't need, kind of disappointed me. Of course, for you, Zach, you said that was one of your favorites in the wave.
Oh, yeah, I love that figure.
But you got your Dark Beast, your Wild Child, and your Wolverine were the three big ones for me, plus the Sugar Man Build-A-Figure, which, again, with the feet, he's so top-heavy, it's hard to get him to stand up.
Mm-hmm.
X-Man became a grown-up Franklin Richards for you, Edward Beatty. But he's another one of those with the small feet that is very difficult to stand up, Zach.
Yeah, definitely. I definitely – that's probably my least favorite figure in the wave was X-Man.
Mm-hmm.
I could not get that figure to stand up for the life of me.
So, Maurice, I can understand that. I mean, whenever I look at it from my perspective and I've actually got a figure on my shelf, it disappoints me to see them re-release something again because especially when it's in a wave that I have to buy everything for the Build-A-Figure, I'm like, well, what do I do with my old one? Do I choose, which one do I want? Do I want the old one? Do I want the new one? I got to make a decision. And then that makes me feel like I waste my money on the first one, plus the value of it drops whenever a new one gets released.
That's true.
But I can understand for those of you guys that did not get it the first time, why you'd want to see it.
No, I usually like to see re-releases. I mean, not necessarily re-releases, but updates to figures that needed updates. And Sunfire was definitely one of those because the one we got, had the big like ball pegs and in the hips and just was a very skinny figure. But like, for example, the new 2099 Spider-Man figure that just got revealed, that was a disappointment for me because that was solely revealed. I mean, that was solely re-released because people had a hard time actually getting the figure.
Which wave was that in? Was that
I think that was the Hobgoblin wave.
Hobgoblin wave?
I think so.
So they did give us a new paint scheme on the chest, a new logo on the chest, so there is a difference in it.
And the colors are darker too, but this still bothers me because I know there's slight changes to the figure, but I don't feel like it's a figure, like it's not a figure that we needed an update for. They just put it back out so people can actually get a chance to get it, which is okay, but that's whenever it makes me more mad because the fact that we already have a figure and the price drops on that.
Yep.
Versus actually getting a new figure that's a much needed update, which I'm always happy with.
All right, so let me get back to here again. So this was the package art. So these artwork looks really good on these. Just like the figures, so I think that they did really well on the artwork.
Yeah.
So that was cool. They released these images to us since they didn't really have any true images of the figures.
Mm-hmm.
And then, yeah, like I said, that's the wave. That's my video I put out every X-Men Age of Apocalypse. If y'all didn't see that yet, get out there and check that out as well. It's got all the waves plus the Toy Biz stuff and anything that has been released for Age of Apocalypse, which is my bread and butter. That's what I usually do is a lot of every videos, if you guys weren't aware of that. And then, like I said, there's the 2099, which is a vintage. So, again, the fact that it's vintage, no Build-A-Figure, we don't have to buy it, even though we did.
Yeah, we are.
We didn't have to get it. So this one doesn't make me feel as bad as a figure in a wave.
Yeah, I don't know. But, I mean, I would say this figure is probably better than the previous release. It comes with more hands. And I think probably the paint apps are a bit better on it, in my opinion. But it's still not something I feel like we needed.
So, Cosmic Gas, would we be disappointed if they re-released the Build-A-Figures for Sandman and Rhino?
No, I would. Well, re-released, yes. If they put them back out, I would like them to be new sculpts or slightly new sculpts because the Sandman again had the big ball hips, which I didn't really like, and I think they need to try to make his arms a bit more stable because the heaviness of his accessories fall down a lot. And then the Rhino figure wasn't all that great either, in my opinion. So I think they can both at least use some tweaks to them.
Yep.
Make them a bit better. And yeah, I would actually be happy with seeing those re-released.
And it's definitely a neat one because they did give us the white one, the white and red and black version of the 2099, which it's on our shelf, but it's not really one of my favorites.
I like that figure though. And,
I do too. It looks good, but it's nothing that I even remember in the comics.
Yeah. But I like that body mold. I felt like that was probably the first time we got that body mold was that 2099's body. And that's been reused a good bit now.
Yeah, Edward, I feel like I have so many figures, but then I look at other guys' collections and I'm like, man, this is nothing. We're at our peak right now at around 750 figures, and I couldn't imagine having more, but there's guys that have 10 times that amount.
Yeah, or more.
Action figure expert, one of the guys in here, he's got that many figures of just one character, I think. So, All right, then you had your 3 3/4 inch Kenner-esque Marvel Legend Wave 4 revealed.
Yeah, these are okay. I mean, I don't care for the 3 3/4, Legend stuff, but they're still interesting. And if you're into that type of stuff and more of the Kenner inspired, I guess, look, then they're still cool.
What do you think about the choices for this Wave 4?
I mean, U.S. Agent Loki makes sense with the shows, putting those out around the same time, and U.S. Agent's an easy reuse of Cap, so that makes sense.
And then the Stealth Iron Man is a reuse, of course.
And Spidey would be
too,
very easy. And then I guess, Silver Surfer is cool. Keep on going with the Fantastic Four stuff. And then that Storm looks pretty good in my opinion. Definitely the Storm to go with.
So, yeah, what do you guys think about retiring some Bucks, like the Pizza Spidey and the Bucky Cap? That came from Rick Jones.
So I'm thinking, Bucky Cap definitely needs to be retired, but I think they're actually already planning on retiring that body, as they should actually have. I'm pretty sure the Hasbro team already said they have a replacement body for Bucky Cap that should be coming out at some point this year. So we should be saying goodbye to Bucky Cap at some point. The Pizza Spotty, I've never been a fan of that body, but I've heard a lot of people say that they actually like that body a lot. So I'm just not a big fan of it. I feel like the ab crunch on it doesn't really give you a whole lot of motion, and it's just not really my favorite. Little skinny.
Well, that newer Spider-Man that we got, they had all that articulation. Wouldn't you think they would go with that one instead?
I mean, it depends, I guess, on the iteration of Spider-Man, but I do like that one to get a good bit. I wouldn't mind a few tweaks on that one too, but it was definitely the best Spider-Man I think we've got so far.
Edward Beatty, I would love to see Chameleon in his classic costume. Spot, definitely. I can't believe that hadn't been done as basic as that could be. Kangaroo would be cool, and definitely a new Tarantula. That Tarantula figure was tiny.
Yeah. If we got a new Lizard, I would like to see a more classic-looking Lizard.
Yeah. And hopefully they'll do it on the retro card maybe.
I would like that, yeah. Just give us – because, a more classic Lizard would definitely be smaller, but it'd be a completely new sculpt.
So here was a tease that we got for our Excalibur. They had showed us a sword a while back, and then they showed off this blonde head. So, of course, we think this is going to be Megan. And then they showed off Lockheed there on the sword. So it's looking like we're definitely going to be getting an entire box set for the Excalibur. So that's exciting because, we've never seen Megan before. And hopefully we'll get the Rachel as well. So those two have never been seen. And then the Shadow Cat will be that classic look, I hope.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's definitely what it's probably going to be. But this already right here confirms 3 of the figures.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah, we're never getting Megan, Shadow Cat, and Captain Britain, right?
Yeah.
But I'm assuming it's probably going to be a 5-pack.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Unless they put any of the little villains, the little and guys, you helped me out in the chat last time, and I've forgotten again what they're called. Those little silver wolf monster things that chase after the Excalibur team. Something wolves. Something. Where something. Guys, let me know what it is in the chat. I can't remember what it's called right now. those would be cool to put a couple of those silver little beast in there. And also, hopefully, not only Lockheed, but we'll get the little metal robot that Kitty had with her too. So whatever that's called. It's been so many years since I read it. Excalibur. It's kind of interesting. Warwolves is what those things are called. Thanks, Joey. And I can't remember what that little not Wolfsbane. I can't remember what that little robot was that Kitty had with her all the time too. Big old eyes. I should pull a picture of it up. Let me see if I can find anything here. Lockheed everywhere. I don't see that little guy. Widget. That's it. See if I can find a picture of it. Excalibur Widget. There he is. I don't know if y'all remember that guy or not. They'd be kind of cool to come with the pack as well, hopefully. And here's one of the Warwolves right there, Zach, if you've never seen that.
Gotcha.
Got a bunch of those little silver guys that were out actually hunting the Excalibur, so. Really cool. All right, here we go. Where we at?
Cosmic Crusher. I hope that we see the retro spotty used for the symbiote spotty as well, because I know we are going to be getting a symbiote spotty, I think, at some point on a retro card back. I think I've heard that as a rumor. But yeah, hopefully they don't give it again on the pizza spotty, but that's definitely, or was it on the pizza spotty body? It might have been. But yeah, hopefully we get it on the retro spotty body instead.
So Pinkleton says it was 105 degrees today in California. Oh my gosh, we had a beautiful day here today in North Carolina. Perfect.
It felt great out.
Oh my gosh. So here is the surprises of the week, guys. Oh my gosh, I cannot believe Swoosh was able to get this revealed. We got the Callisto from the Morlocks.
Mm-hmm.
We're using a lot of the Punk Storm's body to get this one. Maurice, are you serious? Widget is Shadowcat from the future? That's weird. I didn't ever read that. Guys, I love this figure, but I do so much hope that they give alternate arms for her as well, so she can show off her power some. I don't know if they're done with this, if this is what we're truly going to be getting, but hopefully they'll actually think about that. Then we had Super Sorrel over there in the UK, revealed the Mastermind. And this is him and his Jason Wingard. Hellfire Club persona, so the exact same body, just repainted, of course, as the STCC box set.
Mm-hmm.
We just got the new head sculpt there. And then we also, I didn't show it. Did I not show it? Yeah, I got it here in a second. So again, Foosh did this one. There is the original Mastermind head sculpt, which of course I don't like on this body at all. I want the normal original Brotherhood body for this guy.
Yeah. Which is never going to happen now. But yeah,
I mean, it's kind of like our Lalandra head. It's just kind of sitting around. I don't know what you're talking about there, Cosmic. I'd love to get somebody to buy me some figures. Yeah, Edward, they definitely show the shirtless Wolverine. We'll show him here in a second. Callisto does look great. I don't think it's a two-pack because I think they're just going to keep on showing these figures off this week because, like I said, we do have a third figure here. There he is with the rest of the Hellfire Club, so looking good. But here's our third figure reveal, that shirtless Wolverine that they teased us with a while back. Mm-hmm. He does have a lot of battle damage on him, so he's got a little scratch on his stomach, on his chest, a couple scratches, one up here on his shoulder, I think. And then he's got two different face sculpts, which we talked about earlier, Zach. Yep. One of them beat up, and the other one with the mouth open.
Yep.
There's your closer look at that. But this was revealed by, help me out, Zach. You remember the name? Toys.
I think was it Toying Around?
Toying Around.
Yeah.
So very interesting that, I mean, he's a very small YouTuber, 2,500 subscribers. I don't even think he's got that much. And Hasbro sent him this. That's pretty awesome.
Mm-hmm.
He does have another scar here on his arm, it looks like, and on this arm as well. Got the hair all over him, up in the butterfly joint as well, up on the shoulders. Of course, the pictures that he took of them have the stamp on the foreheads there. And I don't see any scars on his back, so that's interesting. They decided not to scar up the back, but he's got the scars all over his arms and his chest there. So this repainted boots, you got your brown and your black compared to your darker color, your darker brown Wolverine.
Yeah.
But like everything from the waist down is that Wolverine, whereas everything from the waist up is the Weapon X one. So pretty cool. I mean, I definitely didn't understand what they were going to do with the shirtless. I don't know. What do you think, Zach?
I don't know. I'm not honestly sure what the 3 reveals how I feel about everything yet. Because I like new sculpt, and none of that's not new at all. Everything's completely reused. So, first of all, I mean, Callisto is cool. I definitely like to see more locks and whatnot.
Yes.
But it's also a very minor character, or I wouldn't say very, but definitely a lot lesser known. And then same thing really goes for Mastermind, but it's just not really the iteration I want to see. I want to see the Brotherhood version and then the shirtless Wolverine. I don't think we needed that. It looks good, but I don't think we needed it.
Oh, man, that's a good point, Doc Avenger. This actually would be a really cool shirtless Shaw if you could take the torso off.
Mm-hmm.
That would be actually really cool. That's a good choice. Maybe we can figure that one out. Yeah, I'm tired of Wolverines too. I don't know that we would need these basic Wolverines, but Zach and I were kind of looking at the list of some stuff that they could do with Wolverine, like the suited Wolverine with Hulk. I guess that's the patch body. That would be really cool to do.
Yep.
Edward Beatty, we're going to be getting those Silverhawks with the Super 7 Ultimates. That'll be really cool. And Maurice, I don't know that we can pass. Of course, you know what? What do you want to bet this won't have a Build-A-Figure piece? So we probably can pass on it.
It's possible, but I'm also a sucker for stuff like this. So
Action Figure Expert, this better be a really good Build-A-Figure. It'll probably be something like maybe Blob again.
That's possible. That is very possible. I don't know.
All right, so that is it for the news. Let's get into our actual subject matter for tonight. And talk about, first off, A Tale of a Tale. So they teased, last year? That was it even last year or was it early this year? That we were getting a figure with a tail this year.
Yeah.
So we all speculated, what was it going to be? And guys, it's not that I'm upset with this choice. I do like this Tiger figure because, let me see if I can make myself bigger here. And show this little lady off. So this was from the Nemesis Build-A-Figure Wave, which was a Walmart exclusive back in the day. And it is not a good figure. Mm-hmm. I know Ryan thought, hey, yeah, this is not a bad figure, but it is not a good figure. So it's a good replacement. For them to give it so much hype, is this the one that I would have wanted with the tail? What do you think, Zach?
It's definitely probably one of the better options. I mean, obviously, it's not exactly what we're thinking because there's a lot of probably bigger figures that have tails. But I'm happy with it. Tiger is definitely a figure that, out of the different possibilities is one that I was hoping for the most, or one of the ones I was hoping for the most. But, yeah, I don't know. It's just probably one that I was least expecting. I was really thinking it was going to be Dragon Man, to be honest with you. But, yeah, I think the reason is because this isn't a figure that I thought would be coming out this year.
No, because we had no idea we were going to have a Avengers Wave at all. So they've teased us with Hercules now in this one. Yeah,
are we going to get an Avengers Wave? You know what I'm saying? I have no idea. It's really just interesting, and I'm more curious about how both Hercules and Tiger are going to be released more than actually the figures themselves. I mean, obviously I like the figures, but just very interested in how they're going to actually be released.
But in my mind, I definitely look and see that there's so many more that have never been made or that need updates more than Tiger. And Tiger's not even really big in the Marvel universe right now. So let's kind of go through some. If you guys know who it is in the chat, hit me up in the chat real quick and let me know who it is. But we'll talk about it a little bit. This is one of Spider-Man's villains. And this is kind of one you've always been wanting.
Oh, yeah. This is a figure that I've been wanting for in a Spider-Man wave as a Build-A-Figure for the longest time.
And he's not like he's one of the big villains. We've seen him a couple times.
But he's cool. He's a really cool character and, just a cool design.
So, yeah, definitely. Inquisitive Mind, Stegron, man. This is anytime you can get a dinosaur in a human form, I think.
Oh, it's awesome.
That's got to be cool. So, and he'd be massive, too, I think.
Yeah, he would have to be really big.
So, I think that is definitely one that could have been a tail. And then definitely something that should be a Build-A-Figure in future Spider-Man waves sometime soon. But I think that Spider-Hulk would probably be ahead of this if I had to choose between the two.
It would. I could see the Hasbro team doing Spider-Hulk before this.
Yeah. All right. Somebody already mentioned this one in the chat, so hopefully y'all know who this is. But this was definitely a big one that I was expecting to see them do for a tail. And it's not a big figure. It is another female figure, just like Tiger. And maybe this will actually be good for the fact that we are getting a Tiger.
Right.
That this could be, kind of reuse some of the parts.
I was thinking the same thing. Yep.
So, yeah, Farrell definitely is much needed.
So, do you think they could reuse any of the Lady Deathstrike parts for the upper torso? I mean, I know there's already.
That's a good point. Yeah, that looks very similar.
It does, but the only problem is Lady Deathstrike has like those sculpted details, but it's pretty much like this looks very similar besides that.
Yeah.
But probably
and then they got that original Walgreens head from Wolfsbane. They can just repaint it maybe and change it up a little bit. And then, of course, you got the tiger tail now. So,
yeah. No, I think that definitely, if they do this figure, they would probably reuse the lower torso for Tigra, from Tiger for that.
Right.
But, yeah, not entirely sure.
Yeah, Jerry, Wolfsbane sometimes has a tail, sometimes doesn't. So I didn't actually put her on the list. I don't know. I kind of regret not putting her on there, but I think they're sisters, guys. Let me know. I'm pretty sure they're sisters, but would have been interesting. Can you tell who this is, Zach?
Yeah, I had to look at it for a second to see what was going on there. But yeah, this is one that I think a lot of people probably want.
I'm shocked that we didn't get this one just due to the fact of the movie coming out and the tease that we had that he was going to be in the movie.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but I think this would definitely be more HasLab worthy than anything else.
Oh, I don't want to spend $500 on this.
$500? Yeah, I don't know.
Yes, sir. Fin Foom. And again, I love our Build-A-Figure. It's not something I want to replace. I do wish, and of course this picture doesn't show it, but I do wish that the original Build-A-Figure had the purple shorts. Because I think that makes Fin Foom, for me, I kind of make things more humanistic, I guess, effect since he can talk to us and everything. I don't know Slayback, Damien. Slayback. That's the one. Okay, it's kind of a skeleton-y guy. I don't know what you're talking about with Slayback. I don't know much about him.
I have no idea.
He does not have a tail, so I'm not sure why we're talking about him.
Hey, there's plenty of characters I'd like to see made. So
Yes. But again, with the Fin Fang Foom, it's one of those things of there's a lot of collectors out there that don't have him.
Mm-hmm. And again, it's hard because it's such an expensive figure, and it's definitely probably more became a bigger grail in Legend collection, for collectors and whatnot. But also the figure could use an update. Again, I think it has like the ball hips and it doesn't have the best articulation out there. So they definitely probably could do it justice and make it better. But I don't know how exactly I feel about it. or actually having to pay to get another figure.
Yeah, I agree. Hey, Starjammers, I would love to see a box set for Maurice.
Mm-hmm.
All right, anybody know what this big old guy is?
This would be pretty cool.
I think that this is the one I was hoping for the most for a figure with a tail.
Has the smallest tail.
He does have the smallest tail, but it's there. He wags it.
Yeah. This has got to happen at some point, right?
Well, Mezco did an awesome job doing one.
Mm-hmm.
I had all kinds of articulation on him. And, they've already done him in a smaller scale with the 3 3/4 inch stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah.
Collectible Warrior, what's up, though? Yep, we got Lockjaw. That's right. So I'm thinking, and when we did our Build-A-Figure video, I think he was pretty high up on the list. He didn't win, of course. But he was high up on the list for as Build-A-Figure. I think that if they came back with the Riders Waves, I think he could fit in with the Riders Wave, just him and Crystal.
Yeah.
And then a deluxe box set with some of the Inhumans we haven't seen, I think would be awesome.
Yeah, there's plenty of Inhumans that need to be made because so far we just have Black Bolt and Medusa
multiple times.
Yeah, I guess just twice each, right?
What'd you say?
So I guess just 2 times each, right?
Black Bolt has had 3 because we have 2 of them right now with the hard wings, and he had the soft wings back.
That's right.
One other time, but Medusa has had 2.
Mm-hmm.
Walgreens and the SDCC.
Yeah, but we definitely need an Inhumans box set or something.
Definitely, totally. I would love the rest of the Inhumans.
Yeah.
All right, can you tell what this is?
Nah,
you see the whiskers there, so we got another dog.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I know who this is. Yep.
So definitely this is not what I would want for the reveal of a figure with a tail, but I think he's definitely something, not Zabu. He's definitely somebody that has never had Marvel Legends love. He was also, I think, in the 3 3/4 inch box set.
With Lockjaw.
With Lockjaw. And who else was in that? That was a collector, right?
Yeah.
Cosmo, yes, sir. So I think it'd be cool. What if we got like a box with just Cosmo, Howard the Duck, and I don't know, some other small character. Astro. I think he needs love. I don't think that he should have been the big reveal of the year.
Oh, no.
But I think he definitely needs some love.
Oh, yeah, I'd love to see him.
Crypto, yep. Crypto. All right. Can you tell on this one? We already talked about him earlier if we want to have it redone or not in like a vintage Spider-Man card.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I hope this can be redone, but like I said, it definitely have to be smaller if we get a classic one. But they could always re-release the Build-A-Figure, but I don't think it's necessary to have.
Hey, Inquisitive, I would love to see Throg as well, Thor Frog. That'd be cool to throw in that little box set too, maybe. But he just needs to be thrown in period with somebody.
Yeah, that'll be easy.
Gilgamesh, I did not throw the Brood Queen in here. Zach mentioned putting that in there, but I'm kind of happy with our Brood Queen we got from.
You always say that until we get a new figure, and then
I know. But yes, Lizard. I think we definitely. This isn't the classic Lizard I want, but I would definitely love to see a classic Lizard be redone on a vintage card back.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's what we were thinking because they were pushing so much of the vintage stuff. We thought we were going to get a Rhino re-released as a vintage card back. We thought we were going to get somebody just mentioned Sandman. That'd be a good one to be re-released on a vintage card back.
Oh yeah,
Lizard.
Definitely. And I think people would buy that up like crazy.
Oh yeah. But all those would have to be the deluxe card back, so.
I mean, if they re-release the Lizard figure, then yes. But if they give us a classic one, I don't think it needs to be deluxe.
As long as I can get the tail on and off good, I guess it'd be all right.
Yeah, as long as the tail pops off, then that can just be the accessory, and that'll fit in there.
All right, so speaking of Spider-Man figures with the tail that I would have loved to see on a vintage card back, here's another one.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't like the one we have in our collection right now.
To be honest with you, I think that is one of the figures that I can say the one that we used to have definitely. I mean, I think that's probably more of the version that I actually like.
Yes, totally. I hate that we got rid of that one.
Yeah, Yeah, we could. I think we could definitely use this character on a bit of a bigger body and change up the head sculpt a little bit, and I'd be a lot happier with it.
Yeah, they're going to be $40 for these deluxe. Definitely Scorpion. I love this iteration of Scorpion with the light green and the dark green. And our Scorpion is so tiny. He's so tiny. He's like the smallest person on that entire shelf.
Yeah, I definitely think he should have been just a normal size. I mean, that's pretty much what it is. He's on a normal size body, and I feel like he's definitely a bit of a bulkier, more muscular type of character.
Oh, definitely. Plus, I mean, it's a suit on him. He's got to have a suit over top of a regular body. So unless he's just this tiny human,
I don't know.
But this one definitely, I would love to see a deluxe vintage card back for him with that classic cartoon look.
Mm-hmm.
Very colorful. We need that. Rose would be cool too, Doc. I'd love to see Rose too. That'd be kind of cool. Just a different head sculpt, maybe. That you throw in with somebody with another suited body. Oh, you know what? I guess Mojo does have a tail. I mean, if you consider that a tail, right? I don't know what you'd call that.
I wouldn't really say that's a tail. That's a long stretch there if that's a tail.
Yeah.
But yeah, Mojo as deluxe would be awesome. We talked about this before too. Seeing Mojo with long shot or Spyro as a 3-pack.
Mm-hmm.
This is the one right here that I was really thinking was going to be the figure with the tail.
And it still could be if our HasLab thoughts are true.
Mm-hmm.
It could be a HasLab with a tail.
That's possible, but again, I think they said we're supposed to get, we're getting a figure with a tail this year, which is Tiger, right?
Yes.
But I think next year is more of the year of Fantastic Four. So
that is a good point. That would be the HasLab releasing next year. So that's a good point.
So this will make more sense for either way for a figure to be released next year. So technically, they can still get by with saying, we're getting a figure with a tail this year, but we can still get another one next year.
And if you want to talk about figures that are extremely hard to find,
oh yeah, this is the grail of the collection for sure.
Yeah. So if anything, this would be the one that they would try to someday get, I say, another figure of.
Oh yeah, and I mean it would be hard to beat the old one, honestly. Besides updating the articulation, but honestly, the articulation wasn't even that horrible on the other one.
That was so good.
The sculpt is phenomenal. I don't think that Hasbro can really beat the sculpt by that much.
And then the question has to be, do you go with the classic villain version or do we go with the newer version with the Fantastic Four?
I mean,
do we just give him 2 head sculpts so he can be both?
Maybe, but wouldn't the shorts have to be different?
I don't know.
That's the thing. If anything, they could always release them twice, but...
So, Inquisitor, I'm going to give you my opinion of why I don't think the HasLab is going to be Galactus, and I could be completely wrong. But, Zach, you mentioned it yourself that they are trying to do whatever they can to beat the other HasLabs, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so by giving us different tiers, unless with Galactus, our tiers are going to be the
Heralds.
The Heralds of Galactus. That could actually make Galactus the HasLab if the Heralds are our unlocks for the different tiers.
Yeah, and that would sell pretty well.
But what I feel, and it could have been something just weird that Dwight said one day, Dwight mentioned something on one of his, I think he was speaking with, was that Fwoosh or was that?
It might have been the Fwoosh, yeah.
I think he was talking with the Fwoosh, and Dwight mentioned the fact that the HasLab is going to be revolving around the little head in a...
I don't think he said the HasLab. I think he said Fantastic Four.
Fantastic Four will be revolving around the little head in the glass jar, which is one of the Moloids. And if that's the case, that means it will be one of the FF White Suit Children, Future Foundation White Suit Kids. And if you do that, you're going to be building the entire FF Kids as unlocks. Just my opinion, but I don't know. We'll see whenever it gets revealed this summer, hopefully.
Mm-hmm. Which I'm assuming it should be really soon, right? I mean, I feel like the next event they do should probably be their HasLab reveal.
Yeah. We'll see. So just think, Tyler, if the Sentinel was a certain price, right? And you get a Sentinel and 2 action figures with that, plus the different heads. And if it's the same price, if we got a Fantastic car with 4 Fantastic Four members, and then your unlocks can be all the kids, I don't know.
And Dragon Man.
And Dragon Man. Yeah, throw Dragon Man in with the 4, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. It'll definitely be interesting to see if it is Galactus. I think there will be a lot of people that will be disappointed if it's not Galactus.
Probably.
So,
no, I agree.
All right, another shadow here. And this one should be in the Thor movie, we think, right?
Possibly, yeah. Yeah, and the Hasbro team definitely wants to make this at some point, hopefully. But it's just a matter of if people will buy something this big for that price point.
And I don't think he has to be that big. I think he could have been like the Dragon Man size.
No, I think he's probably still be bigger than Dragon Man.
Yeah. Doesn't have to be, but
I think he does.
Mangog. Or Magog? Mangog.
Mangog,
yep. Inquisitive, did Armadillo have a tail? I don't know if he's got a tail. Mangog, to me, I love this design. I love this in the comics when I first saw him. So this is definitely something that needs to be made in Legends form.
Yeah, I agree. And I think we've heard of this on a lot of our streams that people want to see Mangog.
Yeah, totally. Somebody said this guy in the chat earlier. I don't know if you can tell from this picture who it is or not.
That's a hard one.
Let's just say he is red.
Oh, yep. I got you. Yeah, this would be an amazing, hopefully like a crazy deluxe figure. Yep.
So I'm thinking again, we got riders, right?
Yeah, but it wouldn't be riders. It would definitely be more. I mean, technically, it could be riders, just a much more expensive riders.
Because you got both Moon Boy and Moon Girl that need to have figures made with him.
Yeah, but I think
we'll probably both of them. Throw it in there, like you said, as a deluxe box. Get all 3 of them in there, maybe.
I would hope so, but again, I think it more likely to get Moon Girl than Moon Boy
these days.
Yeah.
But like you said, Moon Boy was in the STCC 3 3/4 inch. So,
oh, was he?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is one that I've been wanting for a good while now.
I hope that this is not HasLab.
I mean, it could be a small HasLab.
Oh, that's true. I mean, we have mentioned the fact that we could definitely go smaller scale with HasLabs just to see, what the interest is and only make the ones that are being ordered. So,
yeah, I mean, I think this could go for maybe like $100. I know that's probably a little expensive, but MODOK went for 50. I could see this going for 100.
If it comes with other figures, yes.
Well, yeah, Moon Girl and Moon Boy too, yeah.
All right. And I don't know how well they'll want to do this, and I don't think they will do this because they messed up on the original releases that they did of the other costumes like this with the in-game. I don't know that they'll even touch base on any of the in-game stuff anymore because of that.
Yeah.
Because you'd want the costumes to match when they do it.
Again, we could always just get the other version that I keep talking about.
Yeah, you're right. We can get the classic version, but I think that we missed out on Rocket, Hulk, and
War Machine.
War Machine in these costumes, and I can see why they did because of the fact that the color was wrong in the first releases.
Yeah, that's a big thing.
Hey, Gilgamesh, Zach was talking about Zabu today as a figure with a tail, and that's one of the oldest SDCCs, and it's actually one of the harder ones to find. So, I could see them doing a Savage Land box set again.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind that. Honestly, I mean, those figures they're really just not great figures. But yeah, it's again one of those things where it's just one of those harder things to get, and we have it, and you know how it goes.
Yep. All right, here's another one of our small guys with the tail. I don't think you knew I threw him in here.
No, but I did think about him.
So again, I think that this could definitely be thrown in that box that we were talking about earlier with the smaller figures.
Yeah. Or I think the Floosh keeps talking about getting this guy with Dr. Bong.
Dr. Punk. Howard the Duck. So, do we want our comic version of Howard, or do we want the MCU version of Howard?
Both.
Both.
Yeah, both. I think both need to happen.
I think he needs some more love in a movie first before they decide to make him.
I agree. I think, more love in the movie. Yeah, but I mean, he's had some appearances, right? He
had 2 appearances, I think, and they were supposed to have him show up in the reveal at the end of Endgame when everybody started showing back up.
He did show up.
Oh, I think he did, didn't he?
For a split second, yeah.
Yep.
I guess it's what, 3 reveals? I mean, 3. Him being in the MCU. Yeah,
our toy bed has Howard the Duck is he's on the shelf, but he's kind of pitiful.
I don't know. I like it for what it is, but I definitely can use another one.
So you guys are going to definitely know who this is, but it's the iteration that I'm thinking about. Thinking of the reveals that we got this week from AOA, that is why I decided to throw him back in the list, because we definitely have versions of him, but I definitely think we need this iteration of this guy.
Right. And I think out of probably all of the different characters I can think of from AOA, this is probably the one I want to see the most.
Because he has an awesome design, and he definitely will fit in with our X-Force ship we already have anyway.
Exactly.
So he's definitely not – of course, he got the black and silver in this, so he's not got the original X-Force – the original AOA look to him here. But he's still our AOA Nightcrawler. He's coming over into this world, so – black and gray, yeah. I like this version.
And it'd be so easy for them to do this.
Oh, easy.
They don't even have to give us new head sculpts. It'd be cool to get new head sculpts, but it's just a straight redeco.
Yep.
Maybe, I don't know, would they just paint the X logo on them? I guess.
Yeah. And see, that's the thing about AOA, and that's why we was talking about, Phoenix 5 versus AOA, which one would be cooler to have the waves of. AOA has crossed over so many times into the real 616 universe.
Mm-hmm.
And he's one of the examples. He came over and took the place of the dead Nightcrawler at the time. So
yeah, him, Sabretooth,
Blink,
Sugarman.
Yep. Dark Beast, definitely.
Beast, yeah. I mean, X-Men.
I loved his daughter, Nocturne. She was in Exiles. She was so cool. Nocturne, yep, that's her, Edward. I do like the bearded version of Nightcrawler too. I would love to see that head sculpt.
Oh yeah, definitely. And honestly, it was crazy we didn't get that version with the
last release,
the original one, because we got 3 different head sculpts with that. So
yep. All right, do you know who this is?
I'm not super familiar with the character.
So he's a very D level villain that's out there.
Mm-hmm.
You always see him kind of in the background of a lot of places. Kind of cool design. Kind of sad he never got any more love in the comics. But a very interesting design. Yeah, we got Griffin. So another figure with a tail. Definitely not one I would want to. I wouldn't put him over Tiger, definitely.
Oh, no.
A lot of these I definitely would have, though.
Well, it's a lot of bigger characters again.
Yeah.
And bigger characters make for cooler figures, in my opinion.
All right, then we got this guy you told me to throw on the list because, he does convert. Or he does transform into different dino shapes.
Yeah. So, our list. But.
Yeah, because he was in a lot of your stories that you read with the – God, what was that? What was the story called where they were going against Arcade?
That was Avengers Arena, right?
Avengers Arena, yep.
But yeah, out of everybody because I did an Avengers Academy poll a while back, and this was definitely very high on the list.
So here he is with his tail. It'd be kind of cool to actually be able to swap up his real legs and his arms.
Oh, yeah. This could be an easy build a figure. I think if they give us a bunch of different parts. Give us swappable legs, swappable arms, a tail,
tail on there. Yep.
Some wings maybe.
Wings too, yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't know how many of you guys got into this storyline. And they actually did have a TV show that was really good too. That got canceled. That was on Hulu, I think. What was that on?
Yeah, that was Hulu. Ran for 3 seasons.
But we've gotten one member of this team so far in a Doctor Strange wave.
Mm-hmm.
And
I don't really see this ever happening.
I don't either. Runaways, yep. So we got
Old
Lace. I can't remember her name, Gert, right?
Yeah, Gert.
So she was able to control Old Lace.
Mm-hmm.
So, guys, that is it for the Tails. Not sure who y'all would have picked over Tiger. Like I said, I do love the Tiger figure. She looks amazing. But myself, I would have been happiest, just me, even though I love Dragon Man. Dragon Man would have been the one that I thought we was going to get this year.
Oh, yeah, I agree. But again, there's always next year. And it makes me – yeah, but I don't know. I guess we're getting probably the Retro Fantasy 4 wave this year. So
true. That is 100% true.
I don't know.
Yep.
But
all right, so jumping into our second topic of the night, because of the fact that we got a bunch of YouTubers out there doing some nice X-Men reveals, we are going to talk about our X-Men and who is coming next. So the Whoosh, Toying Around, and Super Sorrel gave us reveals of these 3 characters already: Callisto, Shirtless Wolverine, and Mastermind, which we already talked about. My biggest question is, I understand the Whoosh. Super Sorrel, I understand. He's got 32,000 subs. That's pretty big. But, man, am I missing out? Do I need to be reaching out to Hasbro myself? Do we need to be like saying, hey, come check us out, man? We got a pretty cool channel. I don't know.
Wasn't Toying Around one of the ones that was on the whenever they did, what was it, Hasbro Fan Fest or whatever? Wasn't
he was one of the ones in the background there too?
Yeah, I think he was.
So he's a Canadian YouTuber. I'm not sure if maybe they were trying to pick someone from different regions, maybe, because we got UK.
Maybe.
So maybe that's what they're doing. They're just trying to pick people from different regions. We'll see with the next one what the reveals will be. But so I decided to think about, well, what X-Men do we want to see revealed? What X-Men do we want to see in a wave that we haven't seen a lot of? So I'm kind of going to go through and see what I would like to see. And Zach, in the same time, I want to talk about who do we think some of the YouTubers are going to be that are actually going to get some of these. So I'm definitely thinking Shartimus will get one.
An obvious one.
I think Boog will probably get one.
Possibly.
Dan Who got to be on the stream one time.
Yeah. So Dan Who.
Toy Shiz was able to reveal one of the 3 3/4 inch last time.
Yeah.
Marrow. I love the design of Marrow, and I think that she's definitely one that needs some love in Marvel Legends form. So I'm hoping that we will see a Marrow figure revealed this week. And again, I don't know what's going to be revealed. This is just my hopes and dreams for Hasbro to jump in and throw us some of these X-Men figures that we've never seen.
So where do you think, like, what direction do you think they're heading with this wave? Is it just completely randomness?
Well, I mean, if you look at the Wolverine, that's pretty random.
Yeah, but like, are they? I just don't know what they're trying to do. Like, is that going to be like a full wave of just a bunch of cheap, easy repaints? That are probably, very low list characters, or like, I don't really know what they're trying to do.
Yeah, I don't either. So Inquisitive Minds is telling us that somebody called Your Annoying Friend Car is going to be doing a reveal tomorrow. I've never even heard of that person.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it'd be cool, Damien, if we could jump in on Dan Who, or he can jump in on us one of these days. That'd be cool. I'm in his chat a lot. He'll bring my name up sometimes. So we'd like to watch his streams too. He does a good job.
Oh, yeah.
Jonathan, so me and ManCave were talking this morning in the gym, and he definitely wants to see another Sabretooth because the one we got in the Apocalypse wave, even though it's a good-looking body, it should have been on a bigger scale body, we think.
Probably.
So I don't see that happen this year, hopefully, just with the fact we're already getting one in the AOA wave, but definitely that could be something in the future. Guys, I should have thrown Banshee in here, and I did not, Maurice. That's a good one. Banshee is definitely one that needs some more love.
Banshee's an obvious one.
Yeah, he is. He definitely needs. He's one of the older Hasbro that just was not a good body.
Yeah.
All right, next one we got, and again, this is one that we did get early on in Toy Biz days, first wave of Toy Biz, as a matter of fact, that they have kind of been teasing that we're going to be getting one of these days, right?
I mean, I don't think it'd be that hard for them to do.
But this is definitely one that needs new love because the one we have is not even a true legend. There's no articulation in it at all.
Well,
it's just a placeholder in our shelf for that figure that needed. But he has such a good design. I love the design on him.
Yeah, to be honest with you, actually, I don't mind the figure all that much. But
yeah,
it's definitely time for a new Toad.
So, action figure expert and Edward Beatty, you guys are both right. I would love to see a Siren as well. She's definitely needed for our X Factor team.
Mm-hmm.
So to throw a Banshee and a Siren 2-pack, I don't know how well that would sell. I don't think that either one of them are big enough names to be a 2-pack. But to throw them into a wave out there, I think that would be cool.
So do we think this wave is going to be more like, I mean, I guess I don't want to say team oriented. But
hey, Inquisitor, appreciate that, buddy. So they're saying go check her out on Insta. She already announced that she will be revealing the Hasbro tomorrow. So that is cool. So I got to figure out who she is and see what is going on with that. But also appreciate the love there with the donation. Have you got a version of Toad to show us, Zach? Sure. Let me go grab that. Hang on.
But yeah, I definitely think it's interesting what we're getting with a third X-Men wave this year. And just randomness is definitely pretty crazy to just get stuff like that.
All right, where's my camera? So that was the original Toy Biz Toad. You have zero articulation in the knees, zero articulation in the elbows. And dude, he is stuck. I can't even move his arms up and down at all. There's a little bit of movement in the leg here. He doesn't turn in the ankles at all. Yep, wait a minute.
Does he?
He got a little bit. I don't know if he's supposed to, though. He's got a frog stuck in his hand. And the hand is barely turning either. But the head doesn't even turn, Zach.
Does it not?
And then his waist looks like it's supposed to, but I can't get any swivel there. This thing's just like stuck solid. I don't know.
Yeah.
He's been sitting on the shelf so long that he's probably just your annoying friend Car. What's her name? Kari? Have to check her out. All right. Next one. This one is on here because of ManCave. He said this was one of his favorite reads back in the Wolverine days, one of his villains. So let me know if you guys know who in the world this guy is. Got the big old adamantium arms. Cyber, very good.
Nice.
So another big guy, kind of got that Colossus look to his arms. Got the sharp claws there on his hands. So that would be a very interesting figure, but I don't know how many people know about him.
So how big is this guy?
I mean, he's pretty massive. Let me see if I can pull a picture of him compared to Wolverine. Hey, look through the chat real quick, see if I just missed anything.
Who caveman who? Blue Beast with alternate heads. Yeah, I think we definitely need another Blue Beast at some point, because honestly, the head sculpt we got wasn't the biggest fan of. That's really what let me down with that figure, I think, a lot, was the head sculpt.
Let me see if I can get this pulled up better.
AOA Colossus, easy reuse for them to make Cyber. That's
I
true.
agree. I agree.
Arms, yeah. So I think they could do that, and yeah, but I don't know, because I was thinking, like, is he big enough to be on like a Juggernaut body, or is he smaller than that?
No, he's smaller. Here's a picture of him right here. I don't know if you can see that or not. It's kind of small.
Okay.
So zoom in. I don't even know how to freaking use Pinterest on the computer.
Because think, what if they reuse like the Colossus arms on like a Juggernaut body? Like, I don't know if that would line up if they gave us like a Juggernaut Colossus figure.
Oh man, I would love to see that figure. I know that's another one.
We'll have to see, the scale between the AOA Colossus and Juggernaut to see if that would actually work.
Hey, Dirty, you need to hit up ManCave on the side and say he is slacking. Every one of y'all, if y'all hadn't hit him up on Instagram, get over there and hit him on Instagram too. He's closing in on 1,000 followers on Instagram too. So if y'all hadn't followed him on Instagram, get over there and follow ManCave Collectible Reviews on Instagram. But also while you're doing that, hit him up and say, where are you at in the live stream? All right, next we have, this was a tough one because this was a very hard shadowy figure to do. He is a good guy for the X-Men, and he has a star coming out of his chest.
Oh.
If anyone knows who this is.
Yeah, this would be pretty cool.
Death's Head body. Yeah.
Would that be an accurate size?
That could work.
You think so?
Yeah. That could definitely work. Not long shot. Star. He has a star out of his eye, doesn't he?
Mm-hmm.
No, that's Shatterstar, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Chamber, that's it.
There it is.
So I think Chamber definitely needs some love. That's a cool character. Got that cool design with his the star coming out of his chest for his powers there.
It's a very
Never
big.
really understood how it worked and what he could actually do with it, but
Yeah.
But long shot needs some love too. That long shot figure we have is probably one of the worst figures we still have in our collection.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, so speaking of Brotherhood and the fact that we are getting a Mastermind, which is not the version we're wanting. We do want the original Mastermind if Hasbro's listening. We got his head, but we need his body.
Yeah.
I definitely think that she is much needed in our collection.
Yeah, this is a must-have.
So Destiny is totally it. Thank you, Tyler.
That would be so easy for them to make, too.
I mean, very. Oh, 100%.
Just a different head.
Yeah.
That's all we need.
I'm not understanding why this hasn't happened yet.
I'm
We
sure.
just keep on getting remakes of stuff instead of getting stuff that we've never seen.
Yeah. No, it'd be really easy. Definitely easy figure to make.
And this one has been teased by Dwight, right? Dwight is definitely wanting to do this one.
He wants to do this. If he can convince the Hasbro team to do this, it's going to happen.
And how about this for the Build-A-Figure for this wave?
I would be fine with that. If they're going random with X-Men stuff and we're just getting very random characters, then yeah. Let's have this as a Build-A-Figure.
Oh my gosh, this is so much needed. This would be the coolest Marvel Legend that they've ever done.
It would be a very cool design, yeah.
And again, Maurice, I said the same thing. I don't understand why this couldn't have been a Rider's Wave. You don't even have to have any other characters in there. Just put him in there with the tank, and that is a Rider, right?
No, I wouldn't sell good enough.
No, it probably wouldn't.
The only way this would sell is either as a Build-A-Figure or some type of crazy, weird box set or something. I don't know.
Yeah, with the rest of the Reavers.
Yeah, maybe.
So
Be a Build-A-Figure
I still love the one we have.
until you get a new one.
Until I get a new one. I still love it. I don't think it's needed, but it is one of the most expensive Build-A-Figures in the aftermarket now, which is crazy. And this thing goes for upwards of $150.
Really?
So he's up there higher than Finn a lot of times. Yes, sir. There's our blob. So what do you think? What is it that you don't like so much? Is it the ball joint right here?
I don't know. It looks cheap to me or something. I don't know what it is. I can't stand the joints in the hands. I've never liked that.
Oh, man, I love the finger joints.
Nah, I can't deal with that.
I miss our toe and our finger joints.
I don't know what it is. Is it weird to say that he feels lightweight, so that makes me feel like he's cheap?
He does. He is lighter because of the fact that they did him hollow in the inside. So
yeah, I don't know.
It doesn't bother me any. I like his fat rolls. So this is definitely going to be happening sometime, I'm sure. There's too many people out there that don't have him. I think that Hasbro is definitely looking into this guy, Toad, hopefully Destiny, and then hopefully this guy right here.
Mm-hmm. So Jonathan, for retro Spider-Man stuff, I definitely think we're gonna get some more Sinister Six stuff. I think we're probably gonna get Kraven on a retro card, like I said, Rhino, Lizard, whatever else. But Spider-Verse figures, I know we got the negatives on Spotty, and I know we got the Cyborg's body, but I don't know exactly about Spider-Verse. I think it'll be more like Spider-Man costumes, if anything. And then I definitely think we're going to see another Venom at some point on a bigger body.
I think we need to do a Spider-Verse video next week.
We might
not any big news. Just see what all we are missing from the Spider-Verse stuff that we could definitely see Marvel Legends do.
You know I love Spider-Verse, so I'm definitely down for that.
I'll definitely let you do the research on that one. So yeah, we got our Pyro, which is interesting that they threw Pyro in with Rogue. You know, if we are planning on getting a box set of these guys.
Right.
So Avalanche is definitely needed in his classic form. We do have an Avalanche in our collection from the X-Men Classics.
Yeah, but that one's not.
It's not at all.
No. Inquisitive Minds said they can use the Rock Python head. I don't know. It's similar, but I would prefer a new head.
Yeah. All right. Somebody mentioned this guy in the chat earlier. He definitely was one of the exiles. Of course, not in this form that I'm showing off here. He has been an on again, off again villain and hero sometimes. And he takes 5 people's powers that are sitting around him. So yes, we got our classic looking Mimic. I would love to see this. And how hard would this be? I mean, you're reusing pieces that have already been used, right?
I mean, what? Put it on that beast body, right? That we got with the 5-pack.
Right.
Use the wings from that.
Use the wings from the 5-pack. Use the Cyclops head from. You could use a Cyclops head from the 5-pack.
I wouldn't mind getting a new head.
Yeah, he definitely needs a new head with those goggles.
Yeah.
And then give some power effects from Jean and some ice effects from Iceman.
Yeah. It wouldn't be that hard.
And Jerry, we definitely need another Angel. I do have the original Angel from the Sentinel Build-A-Figure wave, but he definitely needs some more love. And I know we got the one in the 5-pack as well.
Yeah, but we definitely need another Angel.
Edward, I understand. I agree with you. I would love to see the Exile version of that too, because I love the Exile story so much that I just don't know how big the Exile story is compared to this classic iteration of Mimic. You know, maybe it's bigger than I think. It just was. That was actually what got me back into reading comics was the Exile storyline. He's got big old Hobbit feet. Gilgamesh, I would love to see some of the Apocalypse Horsemen too. And again, if you go back and check out my every AOA figures, there's a wish list at the end of that video showing some of the horsemen that I definitely would love to see. So now that I probably shouldn't have thrown these next 2 in this slide, but now that we've actually shown off a Wolverine, so this is obviously not going to happen. But this would have been the iteration of Wolverine I would have loved to have seen with the bandana and the just the wild look to him. But still, we got the shirtless one.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind this look at some point. Because they're also going to do Wolverines.
So this would be one I'd love to see in the future. Got the big old hairy arms there too. Berserker Wolverine. Dakin definitely needs some love too. Zach, you said something about him being high up on your Dark Avengers list, I think, wasn't
he? Yeah. Yeah, that figure definitely needs to be redone because that body that was on, which was that one of the old Spider-Man bodies?
Yeah.
I think so. So yeah,
that's
done.
I mentioned this guy earlier too, and again, it's not going to be this now, but I definitely want to see a patch suited Wolverine one day. And I know we got a patch head. I don't think we've ever tried. Of course, this is not the same thing, but I don't think we ever tried to put a Wolverine head on the Deadpool suit's body.
Yeah, but it also wouldn't be accurate
because you got the regular tie versus the bow tie,
and we need a shorter body.
And you need black pants too. And a shorter body. Everything's wrong.
So, yeah. But I don't know if they're going to do an entire new sculpt for something like this,
Yeah. 2-pack, definitely. We definitely need to have a 2-pack of Patch and Hulk in their suits.
Yeah, I agree.
All right. Last one I got is a redo of something I had in the Tails. So, again, here she is again. I definitely want to see this done sometime soon. Whether or not we're going to do it again, I don't think they will because they just did somebody with the tail. So they're going to give us 2 tail ladies this year. Actually, It would make sense if they did, like we talked about earlier, because of the reuse of a sculpt. And so far, everything they've done is reusing sculpts.
Yeah, that's my biggest thing is, are the remainder of the reveals going to be like newer sculpts, or is it going to just be a full wave, a bunch of reuse stuff?
I don't know, man.
But,
I don't know. But for them to have said we're going to get a character with a tail and then give us 2 tails right away, I can't see it happening, but I do want it to happen as well.
Yeah, I don't see it happening this year necessarily. Maybe next year.
Yeah. So, guys, that is it for tonight. That's what I have for what I would like to see, what I would have liked to see for figures with the tail, and also what I would like to hopefully see revealed for the rest of this week for the X-Men wave that I'm very excited about. Came out of nowhere. But so far right now, Callisto is my favorite reveal. Zach?
Out of those, definitely Callisto.
So hopefully we will be getting some bigger names as they go, and I'm assuming that they're telling each one of these revealers which day to do it.
Mm-hmm.
So obviously they know what is coming in their own channels. So hopefully we will see some of these legends one of these days because they definitely need some love. And, you know, I don't mind very often if they redo something. Again, Toad needs it.
Mm-hmm.
Blob could use it. I don't have to have Blob, but he could use it. But the majority of everybody else that I said tonight has never had any Marvel Legends love. We know Dragon Man has. We know Scorpion has because that one stunk. And Fin Cream has. That's it. Everybody else that I mentioned tonight has never had Marvel Legends love. So that's a big list to choose from for Hasbro, for future. Of course, we already know that they're going to know what is going to be released the next few days for this X-Men wave. And I might have guessed right on some of them. I might have completely guessed wrong. But guys, I appreciate y'all coming out, checking us out. And hopefully you will be back with us next week as well. And we always love to hear from you guys in the chat. Don't forget to subscribe to both the channels, ZacJacDan and Zack Legend. I also have a second YouTube channel called ZacJacDan #shorts. And that is very short, 1-minute vertical shorts videos for news that I throw out every time there's any kind of news for action figures. So if you want to see quick news bites, you can see that on my other channel. I don't want to overwhelm people that don't want to see it on this channel, so I went ahead and just made that second channel. And hit me up on Instagram as well. And guys, again, hit up ManCave Collectible Reviews. He is a close personal friend of ours, and we definitely missed him tonight. I was hoping he was going to jump in and surprise us, but he did not. Go check him out on Instagram as well and on his YouTube channel as well. The links are in the description below. Make sure you hit the thumbs up. Subscribe to the channels if you haven't already. And leave any kind of real comments, not just in the chat, but also in the video itself. Leave any kind of comments because that actually helps to get this video out there for YouTube to share amongst the public. And like I said, last week's got shared pretty well. So I think that that some kind of analytics must have happened to get that out there, or it was just a subject that people were like, you know what, let me go watch that. It was a pretty good subject, I think, too. Yeah. So, but guys, we appreciate it, and we will talk to you guys later.